So with boys soccer trying to stay in MIAA competition, Wellesley would be facing their rivals, the #1 seed Needham Rockets at Memorial Field in the Division I South quarterfinals. Tough challenge indeed for this talented Raider team, as the Rockets would be unbeaten, playing on their home turf. First half defensive battle on both sides until with only 30 seconds left, Alcy Torres' pass connects with Soo-Young Kim's airborne foot. The ball quickly bounces to Matthew Denary, and the Raiders have a 1-goal lead going into the half, hoping to carry that momentum into the possible final frame. Safe to say these Rockets are not used to being in this situation, facing a deficit, as the last time Needham was losing in a game was 11 games before, on the 23rd of September. So not liking this situation at all, the Rockets come out firing in the opening minutes of the second. Wellesley tries to clear the ball out on this play, but it lands near Donnie Igo, who just rips a perfect strike into the net. And just like that, it's a tied ball game here, knotted up at 1. Just minutes later, Jason Miller would score the go-ahead goal for Needham, as Jeff Gilbert's diving save attempt deflects to Miller instead, and an open net is just waiting for him. An even bigger blow for the Raiders, though, would be that their senior captain Darian Tan would get injured on that goal and has to be carried off the field, and would not return to the game. So the Raiders, desperate to somehow stop Needham's momentum, need a quick score here. And they have a great chance on a free kick by Soo-Young Kim. Kim tries something different though and sends the free kick on the ground. It gets blocked, but Matthew Denary's try goes wide. Jason Miller would be clutch for the Rockets as he connects with his second goal of the game, putting Needham up 3-1. Yet another impressive score by the Rockets that now gives them a 2-goal lead. And so after being down 1-0, Needham scores 3 unanswered in the first 20 minutes of the second half. So Wellesley would only have a couple more chances here in the second period, but cannot connect on any of the shot attempts on goal. Briefly holding a 1-goal lead in the first, Wellesley afterwards just hit a defensive brick wall from Needham. Rockets showed why they earned the #1 seed in Division I South, coming from behind and winning to that final score of 3-1 over Wellesley. Raiders have no reason to hang their heads in disappointment though, as they competed well, but just fell short in the end. Moving on to football, the Raiders had one last non-playoff game to play at home before the annual Thanksgiving game versus Needham, and Wellesley made it count, facing the Durfee Hilltoppers on Saturday. Chilly but a perfect day for football, things start out a little shaky as the quarterbacks on both sides immediately throw interceptions. After Scott Westerman's interception for Wellesley, the Raiders cannot keep possession long though when TJ Noonan fumbles the ball on that first play from scrimmage. So early on, the Hilltoppers get great field position and an opportunity to put points on the board. But Durfee is stopped on 4th down when Scott Westerman deflects the pass and Raiders defense stands their ground. Durfee comes away with nothing. A Jake Moen touchdown pass to Jack Dolan, putting Wellesley up 7-0, would kickstart a pretty much mistake-free game by the Raiders here on out. And as the offense ignites, Durfee can do nothing to stop it. Case in point, a Sports Center-like play happens right here. Jack Dolan receives the punt around the 36-yard line, stiff arms any would-be tacklers. And when he collides with the bigger starting quarterback and kicker, Dolan knocks him down and makes it all the way into the end zone for a hard-earned punt return touchdown. 13-0 Wellesley. After the Raiders go up 20-0 on yet another Jack Dolan touchdown in the second quarter, Jake Moen, having plenty of time in the pocket, finds Connor Morton on the slant. Morton's stutter step move would make defensive back Desmond Sanders miss badly. Fabio Paz would finally trip up Morton, but Connor falls right into the end zone for another Wellesley score. Having missed the extra point earlier, Raiders go with the fake here, and Jack Dolan takes it in himself, diving on the pylon for 2 more points. 28-0 Wellesley. And there's no question that for Durfee, this game is getting well out of reach. Back that up with an outstanding pick 6 by Scott Westerman, and it's a huge 35-0 lead for the Raiders going into halftime. So it's not until the third quarter when Jaron Vieira hands the ball off to fullback Eli Brooks. And refusing to go down, and with a ton of determination, Eli Brooks puts Durfee on the scoreboard. But with the score now 42-6 Raiders, this touchdown is too little too late to put even a dent to this Durfee deficit. Raiders' all-around solid team attack shine through in this game, behind Jake Moen's 3 touchdown passes, Jack Dolan's punt return for a touchdown, and Scott Westerman's pick 6. Wellesley, without a doubt, ran away with this game in the second quarter and never let up. Final here at Honeywell Field, Raiders 42, Hilltoppers 6. With Raiders offense running on all cylinders, winners of their last 6 games, and torching the competition 179-54 in the process, Wellesley can now focus their attention on the oldest rivalry, playing the annual Thanksgiving game versus the Needham Rockets as they close out their 6-4 season. Check back next time for another episode of Raiders Sports Report as we bring highlights from the Powder Puff and Thanksgiving games. Catch up on all our highlights on our YouTube channel, on demand at wellesleymedia.org, and right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39.